Hello guys, it's Katie and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything I crocheted in January of 2023. That felt very weird to say since January is the first month obviously that I have a video of what I crocheted in 2023 to share with you guys. So I almost said 2022 there. But anyways you guys, January was a very productive month for me as far as the amount of crocheting I got done. I got a ton done because I have a market coming up on February 11th. So of course that is just a couple days into the month of February. So a lot of the stuff I ended up making that is going to be sold at that market was made in January. So you guys are going to be seeing that in today's video. Now as always for these everything I crocheted videos, I do have one Google Doc that has all of the patterns and yarns I used listed out in the order that I'm talking about everything, so that you guys can find it all super easily, and that will be the first link in the description box below for you guys. But with that, we're just going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to try to roughly show you everything in order, but there are a couple things that I may have in the wrong order, but either way I'm going to show you everything that I made in January. Alright you guys, so this first item I actually finished on New Year's Day, and it was a little bit past midnight, so I was actually working on this project in 2022 and 2023. And this was this little heart friend. So this is such a cute pattern that is a free one on Instagram. I have made this twice so far. You guys are going to see it in a second again. And this is a pink one, the color Hibiscus in Parfait Chunky yarn. And I'm just obsessed with it. This is an item that is going to be going to my market. And it is a super quick pattern to work up. So I think I'm only going to be charging like $15 for this or something. Which, by the way, you guys, I will have another what I crocheted for my market and then what sold video that's going to be coming out after the market, so keep an eye out for that. But this is one of the items that will be at that market, and again this is Parfait Chunky yarn and a free pattern on Instagram, which that pattern is of course linked on the Google Doc. Now towards the beginning of the month I was kind of in the mood to make a bunch of Valentine stuff, so I ended up designing my free heart keychain pattern, which this is with Loops and Threads Impeccable yarn in the color Rose, and this is super pretty. I love how they turned out with the speckled yarn. And again, this is a free pattern, also available on my Instagram and my Ribbler, and again will be linked on the Google Doc that is below, as well as the yarn will be linked on it. Super cute, and this is a good one to make for this time of year. I think I'll definitely let you guys know how they sell at markets, because these two are going to be going to my markets, as well as I'm hopefully going to make a couple more. So I think they will be a good seller, hopefully. Like I said, I was in the mood to make a bunch of Valentine stuff at the beginning of the month, so I also made this heart pillow, which is another free pattern that isn't by me, but again it'll be linked below. And I made this with Burnett Baby Blanket yarn in the color Pretty Girl. So this is the color that has white, pink, and purple in it. So I'm really excited about it, and I really like it with the multicolors, so I hope somebody at my market will as well. So this was the small one, by the way. The pattern has a small one and a large one. I ended up making the small one with blanket yarn, and that is how big it turned out. Now next was an order, which this was for somebody that I had met at previous markets, and this is some sort of doll. I already shipped it out and everything, so I'm going to insert pictures. But this doll, I don't even know what it's from. So I'm just going to put pictures on the screen, and you guys can find the pattern linked on the Google Doc. This is a pattern that I bought off of Etsy, and the pattern was originally made with just like weight 4 yarn, but the person requested the bigger blanket yarn for the plushie to obviously be bigger. So that was this order. Again, I'm not even sure what it is from, but I did make it as an order. So that is the only item that I don't actually have here to show you, but I did make that this month. Now next is one of the first items, but definitely not the only one, that does not have a face or eyeballs or anything. I'm going to get around to making eyes on my Cricut. I need a little bit more practice for them to actually look decent, but I'm going to get around to it before the market, obviously, because a lot of these items are for the market. So you guys will see them in everything I crocheted for my market video with eyeballs. They just don't have eyeballs right now. But anyways, this is the sleeping dino that I made from the Katie Dids pattern. So this is from her Etsy, and this is a pattern that has multiple things in it. There's a unicorn, dinosaur obviously, cow, and a bear. So I only ended up making the dinosaur, but this is what it looks like with blanket yarn. So this is Burnette Blanket in the color Stormy Ocean and Deep Sea. So this ended up being like really big, way bigger than I expected. So this will probably be one of the most expensive items at my market just because it did take quite a while to crochet. But hopefully somebody will like it. I think it is really cute. And I do plan on doing some sort of eyes that look like they're asleep because it is a sleeping dino. Next, you guys, I did a pattern design that I said was going to come out during the month of January, if not February, and then I got the news that I was accepted for this market. So all of that has gone out the window, but hopefully I'll be able to release this at some point. But this is a milk carton squishmallow. So if you guys have followed me for a while, or you've checked out my Etsy or anything like that, you probably know that I design some of these squishmallows as crochet patterns and sell them. So the milk and cookies ones is the ones I wanted to do next. So I made the milk carton one, but then never got around to the cookie one. So this is the milk carton, which this is just the first prototype, so it'll probably look a little bit different once the pattern is released. But right now I'm not even worrying about pattern designing. Currently with this market, I'm just trying to crochet as much as possible so I have as much inventory available at the market as possible. But anyways, this was an item that I made earlier in the month before I knew that I was actually accepted for this market. But anyways, that is this little squishmallow, and it is made with Burnette baby blanket yarns, baby blue, white, and baby pink as all of the colors on this one. Now next, you guys, I went on a vacation with my parents, so I ended up making a ton of plushies without eyes because I forgot to pack any safety eyes. And majority of these still do not have eyes because I have not gotten around to actually getting it down on my Cricut yet. But I do have a whole box of plushies without eyes, and these are all the ones that I ended up making on our trip. So I'm going to try to go in order. First we have this blueberry, which this is with Parfait Chunky yarn, and this one is really cute. It's super fast. This was from a crochet pattern book. I did end up making quite a few patterns from different books on the trip, and the book will also be linked in the Google Doc. For some reason I can't think of what the name of the book is right now, but it'll be linked below. I promise you that. But anyways, next I actually made the eggplant pattern from that same book, which I think it came out super cute as well. This is also Parfait Chunky yarns. Next was this jellyfish, which is also from that same pattern book and also Parfait Chunky yarns. Which, by the way, I meant to mention this, you guys, but I forgot, so I'm going to mention it right now. That on my Instagram stories, I've been posting almost daily what I'm making and then doing a recap at the end of the day, telling you how long each item took me to make, all of that kind of stuff, and I think it's been pretty fun. I did that for pretty much the whole month of January, and I will be doing it in February. Currently, as you guys are seeing this video, I'm not posting on my stories what I'm making because I am filming that for a video that you guys are going to see here soon on the channel, but I will get back to it soon once I'm done filming that video. So just saying, if you want to check out my Instagram stories, it is a fun time, I think, at least. And if you want to stay up to date on what I'm making, then that is the place to be. But anyways, moving right along, again, we have another item with Parfait Chunky. Now this is a mini elephant. It also kind of looks like a mouse, so whichever one you really want to call it. Next, I made this little dinosaur, which is another free pattern. And this is also with Parfait Chunky yarns, and another one that needs a face, but I think it's super cute. It took surprisingly longer than I thought because there are quite a few little details like the spikes and stuff, but I do think it's cute, and I hope someone will also think so and want to buy it at the market. But that was the next item. After that, I made this penguin, which is another free pattern. This one is available on Ribbler, and this again does not have eyes or anything, but it will at some point. And yeah, again, Parfait Chunky yarns. For majority of these first ones that I made on the trip, they're only made with Parfait Chunky because that's all I packed, and then I went to Dollar Tree and got some yarns, but for now they're all Parfait Chunky. The next, I made this strawberry, which is also from the same crochet pattern book, and also Parfait Chunky yarns. Next we have this little frog, which also needs a mouth and some eyes, but it is a super cute little free pattern as well. Majority of patterns I use are free ones, so of course if you just go to the Google Doc and it says Etsy, then it's obviously not a free one, but if it says Instagram or it says Ribbler or something like that, it is most likely free. So anyways, that is this little frog though. Next we have this little axolotl, which is also Parfait Chunky Yarns. I definitely need to make a few more of these because I want to have a full little bin of axolotls for my market. But here is this one with blue little gills and a purple little body. Next we have this super small little octo. This is the first item that I made with just chenille yarns because I went to Dollar Tree and picked up some just chenille yarns when I started running out of Parfait Chunky yarns on the trip. Which, by the way, the reason that I ended up crocheting so much on a vacation is because it was so cold. We actually didn't get out and do anything for at least like the first weekend of the trip. So I did get a lot of crocheting done for the first couple of days, and in the afternoons in general. We don't do like full days of activities, so I had time on the trip to get crocheting done. But anyways, this little octo is with just chenille yarn. It is pretty cute and small. Again, another item without a face, but this is with my unreleased pattern for this octo. It will be releasing at some point, probably after my market, but I can't guarantee you when. Which, by the way, all of the patterns that I say are unreleased. I do plan on releasing them at some point. They're just not released yet because I'm testing out how the pattern looks, or I'm testing out how they sell at markets and then tweaking the pattern based on that, all of that kind of stuff. But you guys will know on Instagram and everything when they are released. But that is this little octo with just chenille yarn. Next we have another little fruit from the same pattern book. This is a peach, this time also with just chenille yarns in the colors mango, cocoa, and lime. Next we have a pattern of my own that you can find on Etsy. This is a Valentine's item, and this is my little frog holding a heart. I made this with just chenille yarn on our trip, and this is flamingo and lime. And again, it does not have any eyes or a mouth, but I will be making a mouth and some eyes for this when the market rolls around, and it will be with my Valentine's display. Now, next is an item that I probably would have not really made normally, but on our trip we went and saw some manatees. So this little manatee just had to be made since I had seen some that day. And again, it doesn't have any eyes or anything, but I think it came out super cute. This one is the same Parfait Chunky yarn that I used previously for the little elephant. Next, I made my own free bee pattern with Parfait Chunky yarns. So again, we have dark purple and light purple, and then we have white, of course, for the wings. And I plan on having quite a few different bees at my markets, so you guys will see those throughout the rest of this video as well. But this is my bee pattern, and it works up pretty quickly, so I like to sell this one at markets. I told you guys I got a ton of crocheting done. I feel like I'm not even halfway done with this stuff. I don't think I am even halfway done with the stuff I made. So next is this bunny peep, which I think is going to be so cute for Easter and like spring markets. So I did go ahead and make this just because I thought it was super cute, and it's something that I didn't need eyes for, that I could make on the trip without having the eyes. But anyways, this is just chenille yarn in the color flamingo. I do definitely plan on making a few more of these, maybe towards the end of March, beginning of April, something like that, for the actual like spring and Easter time. But anyways, that was this one, which is also another free pattern, and it's super cute. Another free pattern, actually by the same person that made this pattern, is this stingray pattern. So I thought this blue color would be super pretty for a stingray, which I feel like I'm switching from item to item so much that my camera isn't even like really picking them up that well. So I apologize if that's the case. But anyways, this is also just chenille yarn in the color aqua. And this is another free pattern. Again, it needs some eyeballs, but otherwise this is the little stingray. Next, this is definitely the project that took the longest out of the ones I made on the trip. And this is Mini Tanner the Triceratops. So this is also, again, just chenille yarns, flamingo, and aqua. And I think it turned out super cool. I've been wanting to make this Tanner the Triceratops pattern for a long time. but I just know that this is an item that I can't really make to sell in the future, because even though it is so small, it took me over 3 hours to make this, I believe, or like 2.5, something like that. But either way, every single horn and mane and the arms and the tail and the legs and the head, all of them separate pieces, and all of them have a lot of stitches and a lot of sewing to put them all together. So it took way longer than you would expect a small item like this to be, so it's going to have to be a lot more expensive than I like my items to have to be, especially for this size. So anyways, it's a super cute pattern if you want to make it for like giving as a gift to somebody, but as far as selling, I wouldn't recommend it just because it took so long to make, but it is so cute. So anyways, that is my Tanner the Triceratops, and again in just chenille yarn. Next we have another pattern that I ended up making a few different times. Again, does not have a face, but this is a little mini bear. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but there are little puff stitches that are for the arms and the legs, and then they have little ears. So this is super cute, and it was really fast to make, so I hope they're gonna sell pretty well. And this is again with Parfait Chunky yarn. Actually the color teddy bear, I believe. Next we have probably one of the fastest patterns I've ever made, and that is for this little fish. So this is again just chenille yarns, and it does not have eyes, again because I made it on the trip, but oh my gosh, it is so fast to make these. Took me less than 20 minutes. I've made a couple more that you guys are gonna see, but this is a super cute free pattern, and yeah, they're only going to be like $8 or $10 or something at my market because they're so fast. Next is another Katydids pattern, and that is for Drama the Butterfly. So this is again just chenille yarns, and this is another pattern that I don't think I'll make again to sell, just because it did take about 2.5 hours if I remember correctly. But it is so beautiful, and I'm so excited to do some like really big eyes on my Cricut for it. But again, just gonna have to be a higher price point than I want it to be because of how long it took me to make. As you can tell, I like to stick to items that are less because they tend to sell better. But anyways, this is still gonna be a super cute one, and I hope somebody will be willing to purchase it. But that is Drama the Butterfly, and I think she is an awesome pattern as well, just something that I don't recommend for selling. But anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about so much selling in this video. This is just what I crocheted in January, not necessarily about selling. Last item that I'm showing you that was kind of made on the trip but kind of not is this bee. So this is actually the first and only one that I have made the face for it on the Cricut so far. So this is my first ever face on the Cricut. So don't judge it too hard. It is definitely not the best, especially if you look close. So just like don't zoom in on the video or anything. But anyways, this was a pattern test for a friend, and she has released this pattern already. So it will of course be linked in the Google Doc. And I made this with just chenille yarns. So the reason why I said this is sort of made on the trip is because I did finish the whole body on the trip. I did have the yellow and black in just chenille yarns, but the white I could not find at the Dollar Tree that was close to us, so I had to wait until I got home to do the wings. But I finished it a few days after I got home, and this is what it looks like, which I think the face is cute enough. It's just like not as good as I want it to be. But anyways, that is this little bee, and that is everything that I made during our week-long trip. That trip was towards like the middle of the month, so we still have a lot more stuff to go through. Alright guys, once we got back from the trip, I started making quite a few things for the market. I mean, I was on the trip as well, but even more so, I started making more things for the market. So first that I made when we got back, we have this snake, which this is a free snake pattern. I did just freehand the little tongue here, but this snake pattern was a free one. Now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of exposing myself. I did not really stuff the tail at all on this one because, pro tip, if you're gonna make a snake, you need to stuff it as you go, which that probably sounds self-explanatory, but I was making this in the car, so I just kind of kept crocheting and kept crocheting and kept crocheting. and didn't think about the fact that I needed to stuff as I go, and then it was nearly impossible to stuff the tail. So I kind of just gave up, and actually my sister wanted to buy it anyways, even though the stuffing and the tail didn't work out. So I just gave her a little bit of a discount and sold it to her. So this is actually hers. I need to go put it back in her room after I'm done filming this video. She paid me for it already and everything, but I did make this in the month of January, so I did want to show it to you guys. And I originally made it to sell to Market, but now she has bought it from me. But anyways, this is also the color Stormy Ocean, which I used for the sleeping dino as well. And this time I used it for a snake, which I think this is about 3 foot long, but the pattern is written to where you can make it however long you want it to be. Which this is out of the order that I made stuff, but I'll just go ahead and show you that I did make another snake, and this one will be for sale at the Market. And this one I learned from my mistake and I stuffed as I went, so it looks a lot better, as you can probably tell. It's about the same size and everything, and this is actually a super quick make. I think I'm only going to charge like $25 for this or something like that, maybe 30. I can't remember exactly how long it took me, so I don't know exactly how much I'm charging. But anyways, super quick. I think it was only like an hour or so to make, which is surprising for something of this size, obviously. But anyways, this is also Bernat blanket, but this time it is baby blanket in the color baby blue green. So that is this one, and I really like the snakes with the multicolored yarn, as you can see, but maybe one day I'll also make one with just like solid green or something like that. Which next, the first day that I was like crocheting at home, once we're back from the trip, I did make a few more Valentine's items, because this was right after I found out that I was accepted for the Market. So I made another heart friend. This one does not have a face because I do want to make some sort of like heart eyes on my Cricut. So hopefully I can pull that off and make a cute little face for this one. But anyways, this is also Parfait Chunky yarn in the color Poppy for this one, and the same pattern that I showed you at the beginning of this video. That same day, I also made a Valentine's bee, which this is with my free pattern modification that is based off of the regular bee pattern. So I'll have the regular bee pattern as well as the pattern modification linked in the Google Doc for you. But if you can tell, the wings are heart-shaped, and then of course we just have red and pink for Valentine's colors. But that is this one. Again, I want to do some sort of heart eyes, so it doesn't have a face on it yet. Which, sorry if my voice sounds raspy, I've been already talking for like more than half an hour for this video. Anyways, next we have this baby turtle, which this is again Smoky Dreams and Deep Sea, the same colors that I used for the sleeping dino. And this baby turtle pattern is so cute, and it only takes like 30 minutes. So again, another good cheaper item for Markets. I do plan on making quite a few more of these that will be for sale at the Market. Hopefully I'll have like a full little bin of them. This is just the only one I've made so far, but this little pattern is so cute and works up so quick. Which, guys, I'm actually going kind of out of order right now of how the Google Doc is listed, so I apologize for that. It's almost in order, so hopefully you'll be able to find everything correctly. Anyways, next I made another one of my free patterns. So this is my free cow pattern. I originally made it with Parfait Chunky yarn, and this is my first time making it with Bernat blanket. This is actually Bernat baby blanket in the colors baby sand and white. And again, this is another one that I decided I wanted to make a face with my Cricut, and I have not done so yet. Next we have this duck in a hat, which this is actually going to be a cow print hat. I still have not done the felt detail work yet that is going to get glued on to make it a cow print hat. Right now it's just a white hat. But anyways, this is a free pattern. I've made it for one Market in the past, and it sold as the first item, or one of the very first items. So I wanted to definitely make it again since I had more time to prep for this Market. So I have this one here, and again, I will be doing the detail work for it later on, but as of right now, this is what it looks like, and it was something that I finished in January, other than the felt, of course. But that was also Bernat blanket and baby blanket, by the way. Which, if I forget to mention a yarn to you, it's also linked with the pattern and everything, so just know it's all included on the Google Doc. Alright you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you don't know this yet, but I do have a claw machine for my next market. My next market is going to have so many fun things. I can't wait to share the market prep videos with you guys, as well as the video of the vlog that's going to be the day of, and all of that is going to be coming out towards the end of February. But anyways, I do have some small items to show you that I made for the claw machine. If you do want to actually see the claw machine, on my Instagram story is again the best place to check out. I do have a highlight on my Instagram story that is called Market Prep, and that is where you can find the details on the claw machine and the raffle that I'm doing, and just all kinds of fun market prep stuff that I've been doing and posting so far. But of course there'll be a more detailed market prep video, which will also include the details on the claw machine. But anyways, my goodness, I'm chatting way too much. I feel like I haven't filmed a video in quite a while, so I'm just talking too much. But anyways, I made quite a few different little gummy bears, which this is a free gummy bear pattern that is also on Instagram. And I have 5 different colors as of right now for the claw machine. So we have all of these in just chenille yarn. So we have lime, we have lavender, we have flamingo, we have aqua, and we have pink. So again, I feel like the camera isn't really showing things very well, so I apologize, but you guys will see pictures of everything I'm showing you on my Instagram once they all have faces and they're all completed. And you'll see pictures of the claw machine once I've completed the market and all of that too. But yes, these little gummy bears are so cute. Again, so fast to make, and they're gonna be so cute in the claw machine. I mean, they already are, but they're gonna be so cute the day of, especially. Alright, so those were for the claw machine. Next, I have some other items that are a little bigger again. So far I have 3 of these little squids. These are also just chenille yarns in aqua, flamingo, and mango this time. And this is a pattern that I bought off of Etsy. So this is a super cute one. It's a no-sew pattern, all of that jazz. So it does work up pretty quickly, and this is another one that I'm gonna have at markets. Hopefully have a full little like bin display of them. Alright, next we have the items that you guys would have seen in my how many bees can I crochet in one day video. So I ended up making 8 of these tiny little bees, which by the way, this is like a spoiler for that video, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But anyway, I made 8 of these tiny little bees with just chenille yarn, and these are still going to be put on keychains. I just have not done it yet. Again, I'm so behind on everything, even with videos. I'm currently filming this on Friday the 3rd, and you guys are seeing this on Monday. And normally I have my videos filmed like way farther in advance than this, but just because of this market, I'm so behind on everything. But anyways, we have 8 of these total for little keychain bees that will be for sale at the market. Then I also have 4 more of these. We have another one in flamingo, another one in mango, another one in aqua, and another one in just lemon, which is just the yellow color. And these 4 are going into the claw machine. So this is also the same pattern that I use for the bee keychains, but they are also small enough that they work really well in the claw machine, especially if you can get a hold of one of the wings and pick it up that way. They are pretty easy to get in the claw machine. But anyways, that is these 4. I do plan on making a couple more for the claw machine. I can't have more than like 3 of each item in the claw machine without it being over full, but I do plan on having some extra to restock the claw machine day of if people end up, of course, playing it enough and the items get sold out. Then I'll have extras to refill it. But anyways, those are all of the mini little bees that I've made so far. Next we have some regular bees, which you guys would have also seen me make in the how many bees can I crochet in one day video. So I ended up making all of these with my bee pattern. So we have 2 that are just regular yellow and black bees. And then we have 1 more Valentine's bee with the pattern alteration that I already mentioned to you earlier. I just made another one in that video as well. And then we have another one, also my same bee pattern, this time just with 2 different blue shades, and all 4 of these are Parfait Chunky yarns. Now next we have some little aliens, which this is a pattern that I bought off of Etsy and I am so obsessed with. Like, I need to make myself some of these too. But we have some in Just Chenille yarns. We have the colors Flamingo, Lavender, Aqua, and Pink, and they're just so cute. These were the 4 of them that I made in January. I also have 2 others in green that I made back in December, and hopefully I'll get like 1 or 2 more done to have a full little bin of them at the market. And again, this will be another item that I will let you guys know if they sell, how many sells, all of that stuff. And that's another quick no-sew pattern, so that's why I'm making a bunch of them for the market, because it will be a cheaper item. Now next, you guys, I wanted to make this clownfish again because I did make this for a previous market and it sold. So this is also with Parfait Chunky yarn. So this is another free pattern that you can find on Instagram, and I think it came out super cute again with Parfait Chunky yarns. Again, a free pattern modification you can find on Instagram. Now this time I also made the flounder version, which is another pattern modification that is also free that you can find on Instagram, and this is also with Parfait Chunky yarns. So these 2 are super cute, and I'm hoping that they will go to good homes at the markets and that people will really like them, because I personally really like them. Alright, you guys, I think these are actually kind of out of order now because I'm pretty sure I made these before some of the items I just showed you. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you them now. I actually forgot to write them on the Google Doc, so I'll just write them after the clownfish and the flounder that I just showed you, even though I think they were made before. But anyways, these are all more items for my little claw machine. So I have 4 of these little frogs, which these are so tiny. I don't know if you can tell in person, but they are pretty tiny. And this is, again, Just Chenille yarns. And this is my own free pattern. So I released this in the month of January. You can find it on my Instagram and my Ribbler. And they are perfect for the claw machine. Like, literally the claw picks them up like exactly perfect like that, and then takes it and drops it. So it's perfect. And I designed the pattern to be a good size for keychains or for claw machines. So of course mini claw machines, not the giant ones. But anyways, I'm going to definitely make a few more of these to put on keychains as well. And these are the 4 that I have so far for the claw machine. Alright, you guys, I promise I'm wrapping this up, or at least trying to. I still have quite a few more items to show you. Like I said, market prep has been in full swing. But anyways, the final items for the claw machine at least are these little baby octos, which these are a little bit harder to get in the claw machine, but if you can get them by one of the little tentacles, then they pick up pretty easy. But I have 5 of these in Just Chenille yarns again, and this is a pattern that is by All From Jade, and of course that will be linked in the Google Doc for you guys. And these are the 5 of them that I have. We have Pink, Flamingo, Lavender, Aqua, and Mango as the 5 of them. So that is the ones for the claw machine that I've made so far. Again, I'd like to have a few more items for the claw machine. Even though they won't all fit at once, I do want to have some extras to restock the claw machine if I need to. So next I have a few more items that are same patterns that I've already showed you, but I kind of forgot when I made them throughout the month. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you now. So first we have 2 more fish. We have a pink one and a blue one, the same little baby fish pattern that I showed you earlier that I was talking about. I was so quick to make and all of that. We have the blue one and the pink one, again Just Chenille yarns, and these are going to be super cute and a really cheap item as well. So these also need faces on them, but I think they are really cute. So I made these as well throughout the month. I just don't remember the timeline of everything, of course. Now next, I did make 2 more of the mini bears. Again, these are the ones with the bobble stitches, and they are pretty quick to make. So I want to do little felt eyes and nose for these, so that's why they don't have faces again. But this time I made these 2 with Just Chenille yarns in the color Cocoa. The one that I made beforehand that I already showed you guys, I made with Parfait Chunky yarn, but this time they're with just chenille. But they are pretty similar yarns anyway. But those are the two with just chenille. And then I did make another gummy bear. This one's not going to be in the claw machine, but this one is a bigger one. The same pattern, just turned out bigger because I used Sweet Snuggles Light for this. And this was my first time finally using Sweet Snuggles Light. I did enjoy it, but unfortunately the Michaels near me just does not sell very many colors of Sweet Snuggles Light, so I probably won't use it very often. But anyways, this is one color that I did find at my store, and I did make this cute little blue gummy bear with it. And now, finally, you guys, we are down to 4 more items. Oh my goodness, I think I've been filming this video for like an hour now. Maybe a little less, but it's close to an hour. But anyways, this next item is one that I'm really excited about. I also made 2 of them, and I hope to have like a little bin of them at the market. So these are little opossums. Now the pattern that I used calls them possums, but I'm pretty sure they're opossums. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're meant to be opossums and not possums. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. They're really cute anyways. And this is also just chenille yarns. We have pink, white, black, and gray for the just chenille yarn colors. And yeah, I think they're just totally super cute. And this is also a really quick pattern. The only sewing you have to do is the ears and the tail. And yeah, just super cute. So that is these 2. And finally, the last item that I ended up making are these chocolate covered strawberries. So this is also Parfait Chunky from Premier Yarns. We have the colors Teddy Bear, Poppy, and Key Lime for these 2. And this is another item that I plan on making quite a few of and having a full little basket of them at the market, since they are so quick to make and they are going to be a cute little item for Valentine's Day, since my market is 3 days before Valentine's Day. But anyways, you guys, that is now finally everything that I crocheted in the month of January. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I'd love to hear in the comment section down below what your favorite item was that you saw in this video that I made in January, and I'd love to hear as well what you guys have made or worked on throughout the month of January. I hope some of you have been resting your hands, and just think of me as you're resting your hands, because I have obviously not been resting my hands very much at all. Now, if you guys don't want to miss out on any future videos like this one, because I do share everything I've crocheted each month with you guys, as well as all the market videos that I talked about in today's video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell. That way you know every single time I upload a brand new video. Liking and subscribing and commenting on my videos really does help out my channel, so thank you so much in advance if you do any of those things. Now, again, if you guys want to check out any of the crochet patterns or the yarns that I used for all of these items, they will be linked on the Google Doc below for you guys, all in the order, roughly the order that I talked about everything, so that you can find it all super easily. And now, if you guys do want to see more from me in general, you can check out more videos of mine, my blog, my Etsy shop, my Ribbler shop, all of my social medias, and my second channel, all included in the description box of every single video for you guys. But with all of that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys here in the next one, which is going to be how much can I crochet in 1 week that you guys are going to see. And then, of course, like I already mentioned, I have lots of market videos coming for you guys that are going to be towards the end of the month. So get excited for all of that. And again, just thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on Friday for another brand new video. And by the way, I'm posting YouTube shorts Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday now, so keep an eye out for those. But okay, for real, I'm going to talk to you in Friday's video, and I hope you guys are having a good day, all of that stuff, and I will see you in Friday's video. Goodbye.